Hey there, my friend. It's time for our weekly wisdom card draw. This is your time to pause in the rush of the busy day, to connect with yourself, with your dreams, with your goals, with the moment, with your body, to reclaim the power that you have to create your experience of life in each moment, and to commit or recommit to shining your light in the world. You are here to shine your light. So, any little thing we can do to bring out more of that light is awesome, and I'm here for it. So, hopefully, you are too. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a card from our deck, which is in PowerPoint, as I keep saying, but will be a card deck later this year. And before I do that, I want you to go ahead and just allow yourself to arrive in this moment. So just taking a pause, maybe you're taking a deep breath in, letting it out. If you want to keep your eyes closed, that totally works. If you'd rather keep them open, or if you're walking or moving somewhere or driving, please don't close your eyes. Take a look around at your surroundings. Notice them as if perhaps you're noticing them for the first time. Where can you bring a beginner's mind and a newness to every experience you have, even if it's something that you have done or somewhere you've been 1,000 times before? So, again, maybe you want to just place a hand on your heart. Notice your breathing, which you can do with your eyes open or closed. And as you just breathe and be, I'm going to bring the cards to my heart and ask to be guided to the message that will most help you today, that will most inspire you to remember who you really are and what's really important. What message will most prompt you to reflect, to connect, and to shine your light? And with that intention out there, I'm going to shuffle the cards. And you can just keep breathing, keep being, keep noticing, connecting with this moment. And our card is balance. All right, balance. This is from Rapa Nui. This is actually from Rapa Nui. Last week I said our card was from Rapa Nui, but it was actually from Santiago, Chile, Easter Island. These are the moai, the big statues that are famous from Easter Island. And the message of balance is achieving something monumental takes coordination, patience, and balance. You may not be balancing one multi-ton piece of volcanic rock on top of another one, but it might feel like it some days. Breathe in. Breathe out. Acknowledge where you are. Let go of expectations. Return to this moment. Balance doesn't mean all parts of life are equal. It means all parts have what they need to thrive as an integrated whole. What balance looks and feels like to you can shift and flex and change. Different days and seasons of our lives will flow in different ways. Pause. What do you need right now to feel energized and ready for your next step? What will help you fulfill that need? Give yourself grace. The act of balancing your life is a monumental achievement. Let it be an evolving practice. Let's let that one sink in. Balancing your life is a monumental achievement. Love it. So balance, it does seem a lot of times like when we talk about balance, we get the idea that somehow that means that we spend X number of hours with family and X number of hours at work and X number of hours for ourselves, and they all have to be equal. Like we said here, balance doesn't necessarily mean equal. It means that each area feels fulfilled. There are times in our lives when work takes priority, perhaps over family or even self-care. I'll pause and say, what does self-care look like? Hopefully, as a huge proponent of self-care, I do want to make sure that you are taking care of that aspect. So, where the balance comes in is, what does self-care look like for you? If it's working a lot and you feel sustainable in your working a lot mode, cool, right? So you notice how easy it was for me to slip right back into wait, but self-care needs to be number one. So some form of self-care in that you are nourishing your soul by whatever it is that you're doing is really important. But how that looks to me might not look, it might not look the same to you. So again, even easy for me to fall into, ooh, here's what I think it probably should look like. But who am I to judge your self-care routine or how you balance, right? So sometimes work takes precedence, sometimes family takes precedence, sometimes our our own nourishment, whatever it is, however it looks, takes precedence. And let's just examine the whole precedence thing too, because it also kind of implies that only one thing is important. And that also gets us into a little bit of a place where, you kind of only have one priority at a time. And in fact, the word priority, I learned this from the book Essentialism by Greg McKeown. The word priority in its original form had no plural. The priority means one priority. And when we say everything is a number one priority or all of my priorities, we are automatically diluting the power of it. So something to contemplate in balance is how few things can you actually kind of whittle down to be your number one most important thing, right? Or things, as it were. How do you get those in balance? Again, not being equal, but being sustainable in a way that they, again, all feel nourished and fulfilled. It's quite a challenge, right? Because this is sort of the elusive nature of life. Like if we all had figured this out by now, we probably wouldn't need life coaches and all the other the billion-dollar coaching industry. But this is kind of what we're all seeking, right? Is this elusive balance idea. So first of all, can you just accept that it's a challenge for everyone? and that this is really what we are here to learn in our lives, is how to create a nourishing, sustainable balance for ourselves, trying to help our families create it for themselves. But it starts with you. So is there something small today, something that feels out of balance, some area of your life where you feel like you are not giving it the time and attention and energy that you would like to be? And the temptation can be to just drop everything and focus just on that. And then you then feel out of whack and out of balance in all the other areas. So what is something small? That's something small and achievable that you could do right after this video, to nourish yourself in whatever that area is that feels out of balance right now. So if you feel like you've been trying to go to the gym every day and it's just not happening, can you take a walk around the block? Can you just go outside and stand in the sun or the rain or whatever it's doing for a minute? It doesn't have to be doing the entire thing that you imagine for yourself. That's kind of where we get derailed sometimes, is thinking, well, I'm only going to be balanced when I have the perfect routine in every single one of my buckets. Okay. And knowing that life happens, where can you take one little step in each of your buckets? Starting with one little step in one bucket and see how that goes. So balance. It was a little bit all over the map there, but again, hopefully you again may feel like you are balancing a multi-ton piece of rock on another one. And I encourage you to just take one little pebble and put it on top of another pebble. Take the one pebble, take the one step, do the one small action that will restore some balance. And the more little actions like that you take, the more you'll create a big wave and create that big monumental change. Let yourself take it one step at a time. I wish you a balanced week, whatever that looks like for you. Thank you, my friend.